I'm now recording. Good.
Good. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Basic Bubbles. Obviously, because of COVID and because of Christmas, we had to take a bit of a break. But we're back. We're back virtually. We're not in the same room.
Yeah, we're holding off because we were like, do you know what? It's not going to be that long before we're allowed to be in each other's houses again. You know, rule of 6. Do you remember rule of 6 when we were allowed 6 people in a house at the same time? My God. Anyway, we kept putting it off and we were just like, do you know what? If we don't just do it virtually, it's not going to happen.
We do welcome you to drink. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. Unfortunately, we don't have boozy brunches. And I think Cam might be hungover.
I just had pretty much a whole bottle of wine last night and I was like, oh my God, I hadn't drunk properly in so long.
That's the thing, like you're not used to drinking. I actually dread to think what I'm going to be like after lockdown is lifted, but you're going to be there to pick me up.
Oh yeah, I think we're there to pick up each other, to be honest. That first weekend where everything is open, and I don't just mean a little bit open, I mean proper clubs, no social distancing.
Like we're talking snogging on the dance floor. We're talking. That's not me. Let's get our non-alcoholic drinks. Mine is a carbonated zero sugar drink because it's January and I'm trying to get rid of that Christmas bloat.
And I've got a Vesper cocktail, but a mocktail because it's actually just elderflower cordial and a slither of lemon peel. However, when I was cutting the lemon peel, I also managed to slice my finger. So that's gone really well.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
If this all goes wrong, Cam, don't ever be a bartender.
Can I just say how unsophisticated your Coke can is compared to my actual like cocktail?
You really want to say that I'm unsophisticated? Oh.
Yeah, you let those bubbles out.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions, Cam, or are you just thinking, no, actually, I don't want to do resolutions this year?
I usually make New Year's resolutions for myself, and they vary in achievability, let's say. But this year, it's just impossible to predict what you can and can't do in 2021. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not putting myself under unnecessary strain to try and beat unachievable goals, which may be out of my control.
That is a great resolution in itself, to not give yourself a resolution. My resolution is to keep people out my life who are not good for my overall mood and mental health, probably.
Oh, that's me out.
Sorry, that was very serious. I think that there are certain things which should be left back in 2020, and recognise when you're getting yourself in a bit of a rut. And when you get yourself into a bit of a rut, go to your toolbox, whatever that might be, dip into it and think, how can I make this situation better?
Taking each day one step at a time.
Exactly. So how would you describe 2020 in 3 words, Cam?
I mean, I'm not speaking for everyone here, but I went through a lot of emotions in 2020. Some very good, some horrific. So I think 2020 for me was dynamic, disappointing, surprisingly, and reflective. Because my life was so busy all the time up until March 2020. That I suddenly had everything stops, and then I suddenly have time to think about everything in my life, and then so much stuff kind of happened, and I had too much. I almost had like time with my own thoughts to kind of reassess what my priorities were.
Loads of people had a lot of time to themselves, which I think was a positive. The way that we can look at this is a positive because it made you think about what you really want and what really is the crux, what's making you feel unhappy perhaps. It really allowed you to get to the bottom of your emotions, I think, which is the positive, because once you get to the bottom of it, then you can start to work your way back up again. 2020 was fun because I got to gain friendships, which I'd probably lost slightly because I was so busy in my life, a lot of virtual Zooms, etc. It was heartbreaking, which I'm sure I'll go into in another episode. Today is not the day. And number 3, it was thought-provoking, because
that's many words, but I will let you have it. Well done, well done.
A lot of thoughts went through my head, and some were difficult, some were great. A lot of emotions attached to them. In terms of predictions for 2021, make a prediction about me and I'll make a prediction about you, and then we can come back to this in 6 months' time and see how we're getting on.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, prediction about you. I think you're going to be happy and content within yourself. I think maybe possibly you're going to be in a new relationship in 6 months' time, like a totally new one.
I'd say I am happy and content with myself at the moment, by the way. Can I just say? Can I just clarify that?
I meant love life.
Okay, fine. In 6 months' time, we'll be jetting off on a plane somewhere together, creating lots of lovely memories together. I think that you're going to fall in love in 2021.
Believe it when I see it. I miss meeting new people, and I don't just mean in a relationship, romantic sense. I just mean like having a conversation with someone in like a smoking area or like a toilet.
Guys chat to each other in the bathroom like women do, because I know whenever I go into a bathroom at a pub or a bar, I meet some of the best women in there. You've got a girl crying by the sink over her stupid bloody ex. You've got, girls all chatting to each other saying, I mean, you obviously wouldn't do this in these COVID times, being like, oh, can I run, sir? Girls, you don't have any toilet roll in the next cubicle, do you? Like, I just miss that kind of like, sort of like sisterhood. I'm guessing they don't have this in guys' toilets.
Funnily enough, no. I mean, that sounds like a jungle in there, to be honest. That's the best way to describe a girl's bathroom at a club. You go in to have a wee, and then you wash your hands, and you have a chat with the guy who like has all the shampoo and the the body spray and soap and stuff to buy.
Cool.
I don't know, but like you have a quick chat with him if you're feeling kind or nice, and then you leave again. There's none of that you've just described. But in a LGBT plus venue, there are no male-female toilets. First of all, it's whoever, obviously, and there's a bouncer inside to stop more than one person going into a cubicle. So
why one person goes to the cubicle? I never thought I'd say this, but I kind of miss getting on a tube and having like eye contact with people on the tube. Like sort of like, when are you getting off? That kind of like, oh, like we're never going to see each other again, but I'm kind of feeling this weird chemistry. And then they get off and never see them again. The Clapham commute, where you get on and it's full of people like our kind of age, and everyone gets on, they're all going to the city in the morning, and you're like, oh, definitely seen you before in Cafe Sol. Absolutely. Let's pretend like we haven't.
And then there's that 2 minutes where you're like, there's a little bit of chemistry here. Let's keep staring at each other. And then you envisage yourself marrying this person, having lots of babies, and moving into a 5-bedroom house in Surrey.
And then he gets off, and that's where the love story ends.
Please let us know your 2021 resolutions if you've got any, and your plans for the future. We'd love to know.
Absolutely. And hopefully we'll be joined by guests this year as well on Basic Bubbles, which will be super fun.
Bye guys, see you soon.
Bye.